Really? For what?
They were interviewing about the homeless people camped outside his Ascension Brewery Company downtown.
Oh, really?
And I heard, yeah, he was interviewed. Like I heard him on K2. Like it was like, yeah, I heard song. It was a voice recording, it wasn't like a visual interview, but
Yeah.
I heard his voice and he was talking about the homeless camp.
Yeah.
Because they're not moving people, you can stay there forever now.
Yeah.
And he was saying, well, my people can't get to work.
Yeah.
And stuff. They have to walk out in the middle of the road and think, yeah. So they were interviewing Chen.
Nuts. But yeah, this guy was kind of nuts over whatever. So, and Mira got yelled at by some guy today, like some crazy guy with like Tourette's or something on the corner.
Oh, really?
And yeah, some crazy guy. He yelled at her like you're dirtying up our country or something like that. Just yeah.
It's not getting better.
No, it's not getting better. All right, guys. In case civilization is temporary, that's why we train with kettlebells. So, all right, guys. Welcome back for another virtual kettlebell class today. Looks like we've got Sheila and Eric already on Zoom. My guest is Officer Mike there on YouTube. How we doing, Officer Mike? And hopefully Instagram's got a few folks on there. The back is turned to me, so I can't see who all is on there. But happy Wednesday. Hopefully nobody's got too many Cinco de Mayo hangovers or anything like that. Looking at you, Officer Mike. Oh, and Yvonne. Yvonne's on there, so definitely looking at Yvonne there. So today's a good snatch weather. Every time I'm on camera, Mike, you always think it's going to be all snatches. So we'll see. All right, guys, we'll get started with our joint mobility as per the usual. And then we've got at least one kind of newer movement I'm excited to get into the workout today. It'll take a little bit explaining. And so after we warm up, then I'll kind of cover what we're going to be looking for all that. I think it'll be both challenging and fun. And so we'll go ahead and get right to it. I'll start with some cat-cows for today. Hands and knees. Put your back into flexion. Tuck your chin. And then do the opposite. Lift your chin. Drop your sternum. And go back and forth your own speed. All right, so let's go ahead and do our thoracic rotations from here. So our hips drop just slightly back to our heels. Left hand goes behind the head. And we'll do 5 of our twists from here. After your 5, trade sides. All right, after 5 each way, we'll go ahead and kind of warm up our toes. So really tuck your toes in as much as you can, and then kind of rock back to try to put weight through your heels. And we want to feel the big toe area stretch. And just do about 10 of these. Try to feel your big toe area stretch. All right, then we'll get our calves actually a little bit from here. So arms are going to go straight. Go ahead and make your butt come up high and cross one leg over the other and kind of push back into a calf stretch and then ease off. And we'll do 10 of those. Two more for me on this side. After 10 on one side, go ahead and switch. Hit 10 on the other. All right. After that, we'll bring it up to a standing position, and we'll just do a few things from standing. Let's go from the ground up. And so feet about hip width apart, hands on our knees, and do 5 circles each direction. So after 5 one way, make it 5 the other. And then after both directions, bring feet and knees all the way together, keep the knees touching, and then do 5 one way, 5 the other. And after you're done with both of those, shake that off for a second. We'll go feet about hip width, shoulder width, knees a little bit bent, hands on the hips, and we'll do our hip circles. Again, kind of same thing, we'll do about 5 one way. After 5, switch it over, 5 the other way. Okay. And let's do just a few arm circles. Okay, start them nice and small. Get a little bit bigger each time until our last couple are pretty big here. And then you can trade directions once you've done a couple of big ones. Couple big ones this other direction here. All right, good. Shake it off. And then just a couple sort of last couple items to warm up. Let's go for maybe like 10 push-ups, 5 to 10 push-ups is good. And then let's do 10 stepping backwards lunges on each leg. And then we'll be ready to kind of go into the workout here. So 10 push-ups, 10 stepping backwards lunges each leg. So you can either do the same leg all in a row, or you can alternate, whatever you want to do. But just total of 10 per leg, 20 combined. Cool. All right, take a second, shake it off, and then we're gonna get started. Officer Mike, you might like this one today. So take 1 minute, then we'll get it going. All right, so we're gonna work in a little series here that's gonna combine a few different movements, and I think it'll be pretty fun. And I also know that it's gonna be something that it's gonna be good to get some options and modifications out to you guys ahead of time before we get started. So the series is gonna look like this. I'm gonna get my kettlebell up to the rack position, clean it up there, and then we're gonna be doing what we call half snatches. So I'm gonna snatch it. After my snatch, I'm gonna bring it back to the rack position, and then from the rack position, then I hike it back, and I go into my snatch, and then I rack it, and then I hike it back, and I go for my snatch, and then I rack it, and so on. So we're gonna be doing half snatches. And we're gonna do these with a little bit of a twist, where ideally what's gonna happen is after I've locked it out and I've got the kettlebell over my head, the leg of the kettlebell side is gonna do a step back lunge. Then I'm gonna rack it, do it, step back lunge, rack it, do it, step back lunge, and so on and so forth. Okay. So if you can manage that with the weight that you have, then that is going to be what we're looking for you to do. If that is going to be difficult, it's going to be difficult for you to do the lunges overhead, then you can just slightly change the order where you're going to snatch it, rack it, do the lunge from here, and then you go. And then you rack it, and then you do the lunge with it in the rack position and so on. Okay, so that's like plan B. And then if the weight you have is still going to be difficult for that, then what you can do is you can do all of the half snatches in a row, right? So let's say we're going to do 5, okay? So you would do 5 half snatches in a row. Then after your 5, you would set the kettlebell either down or maybe hold it like a suitcase or something like that. And then you would get your 5 lunges at that time. So again, plan A is do the lunges overhead. Plan B is do it in the rack position. And then plan C is do all of your half snatches first, and then either set the belt down or hold it like a suitcase and get the lunges at the end there. So do whatever you need. You can try one, and if it gets a little bit too difficult, you can always switch it up and do another one. Make sure that you have space clear around you. There's absolutely a balance component to doing these lunges with the kettlebell up overhead, and we don't want anybody to be in a situation where you lose your balance and you need to be able to bail on the kettlebell, then it goes like through your glass coffee table or onto a dog or something like that. So get your area nice and clear, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I think I went first yesterday, so we'll switch the order up here. We'll have Adam go first. He's going to run through what I just said on the left side for 5 times, and then you and I are going to go together. Okay? So I'm going to chalk up. All right, so whenever you're ready, Adam, here we go. All right, so there's a snatch and then a lunge. Okay, so that's 1. Then he racks it, snatches, and lunges. There's 2. You guys get the idea? Snatch, lunge. There's 3. Rack, snatch, and lunge. There's 4. Rack, snatch, and lunge. There's 5. Sweet. All right. So kind of a lot of moving parts. We'll give it a shot here. Okay. Feel free to try to pace with me. That way we're all doing it together. So we're going to clean it. We're going to snatch it. We're going to keep it overhead and do our lunge. And then we're going to rack it. Snatch it. Lunge. Oh boy. 3. 4. 5. All right. So there's lefty. Now Adam will hit righty. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And 5. All right, we're going to hit righty together here. Yeah, lay that up a little bit, huh? All right, so get it to the rack position. Hit your snatch. Hit the lunge. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Easy as that. Okay, do it again. Reps stay at 5. Left side. Left side. 1. 2. 4, and 5. All right, guys, left side for us. And if you're not on pace with me, just the easiest way to keep track of your reps is to count the lunges, because the lunge is the last step of the series that we're doing. Okay, and if you're keeping pace with me, clean it up. Then to our snatch, then our lunge. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, Adam, right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. All right, guys, here we go. Righty together now.
One,
2, 3,
4, 5.
All right, sticking with 5s, going right back to it again. Lefty. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, here we go. Lefty together now. Start with your clean. Then it was snatch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, on to righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, righty for us now. Here we go. Start with your clean and a snatch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, guys, we're still going. Back at it again for lefty. 1, 2, 3, 4, So one subtle detail before I go, you'll see a slight difference in how Adam and I do our lunges. For me, it helps my balance if after I snatch it, I do a little slide to make my feet closer, and then I lunge, versus it's more difficult to have a wide base and go into a lunge because it's more weight you have to shift quickly. So if you're struggling with the lunge, think about getting your feet narrow first and then going from there. I'll face kind of straight at the camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so clean first, then snatch, slide, then go. And then I go apart so there's room for the kettlebell. 2,
3, 4, 5.
So give that a try if you're struggling with the balance. Adam to the right side. Other leg. 1.
Oh man, I got confused because I was trying to
We'll give him credit still. Still 1.
There we go.
There you go. 2. 3. 4. And 5. And remember, these aren't about right versus wrong. I would say the way where I'm bringing my feet together is like a good starting point. And then if you want to add challenge, if you want to add difficulty, then you can on purpose do it from a little bit of a wider foot position. But it's not that one is right and one is wrong. Okay, ready for ups. So start with our clean. Okay, then our snatch. Okay, then lunge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, guys, just one more time through all this, and then we're going to shift gears to some other stuff. So last go round for lefty. One. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, guys, last lefty round for us here. So as always, start with our clean, then a snatch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, so lefty's done with those.
Nice.
Now we got right. One. 2. 3. 4. There you go, 5. Okay, let's finish strong here, guys. 5 for us. Clean to start it with. Then your snatch.
1, 2, 3,
All right, guys, good work. We'll give you a breather for a minute. And as you would suspect, we've got more for you. Eric, you're not off the hook yet. There's still more. Yvonne, your water breaks now. And also, Yvonne, it's so hard because you signed on and I changed the workout to include these once I saw you logged in. Jeremy Lakeport's on here. Jeremy, how you doing, man? Monica, yeah, these are hard.
Yeah.
For sure. Dylan's on here. Dylan, you're doing these at 32 today?
I'd be impressed.
Oh. Sherry's on here. Got a good crew today. People working off their Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, for those of you wondering, yes, those are hard. Yes, they're by design. I think one of the things that we all know is a benefit of kettlebell training is that there's so much athleticism and stability involved in these motions, and it makes it more difficult and it makes it more beneficial when you try to challenge yourself and really do the motions well. And with something like this, where the weight is so far off of the ground, we've got basically nowhere to hide, right? Like if there's instability in your elbow, in your shoulder, in your core, in your hips, all the way down to your big toe that we warmed up with our stretches, then it's gonna come to light here. And so as you get better at these, you're strengthening like your whole body. There's no more weak links in the chain. And so there's a lot of opportunities for this to be difficult. And when you get better at it, your whole body is becoming more fit and strong and athletic sort of as one collective unit, as opposed to other types of training that might treat things in more of an isolated manner. This is a very challenging and a very beneficial way to go about it. Oh. All right. Yvonne, I'm glad this thing doesn't let you talk back, actually.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. So we're going to go for some overhead presses next. If you did not do class yesterday, then I would recommend you do some push presses today, because that's sort of is how the workout is written. But yesterday we did a lot of push presses, and if you did that and you're back for today, consider maybe doing some strict military presses instead. And we're going to be looking for between 5 to 10 reps per arm. So what do you want to do, Adam? Are you going to push press or military?
I'm going to strict military press 5s.
All right, Adam's going to strict military press 5s. So same deal, he'll go for left side, and then you and I will go our left side together. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. All right. And then just for the sake of variety, I'll go ahead and do a push press, but I'll do the other end of the rep spectrum, and I'll maybe go for like 10. All right. So left side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. And then Adam will go ahead and hit the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and so I'll go ahead and go 10 on the push press on the right-hand side.
1, 2, 3, 4,
All right, shake that off for a second. And then same weight, we're gonna goblet squat it for 10. So Adam will go 10 and then we'll match it. A short pause at the bottom, but not like a long one like yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, we'll go together.
1, 2.
Make sure to use your elbows to guide your knees outwards at the bottom of your squats.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, just short shake off. And then we're probably gonna hit just like one more time through that, I think. Maybe 2 more times. I'll see how tired Yvonne is and then make a judgment call.
Presses.
Yeah, presses again, left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, left side for us. Again, you can strict press like Adam just did, a military press, or you can push press, which is what I'm gonna do here.
1, 2,
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whew. Easier than the 32 yesterday, but it still adds up. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, we'll hit our right side for 5 to 10.
1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Whew, those still add up a little.
Squats.
All right, squats for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, here we go together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Quick shake off. What do you think? We can maybe squeeze in a third, I guess. What do you guys want? Move on to the next thing or do a third round? You have 10 seconds to vote. 5 seconds. Eric's the only, well, let me check Instagram here. Eric says third round. Eric, what weight are you using? Eric? Eric's the only vote, so he says third round. Mike says next. Too late, Mike. All right, last round of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shoulders feeling it from yesterday. All right, here we go. Last lefty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, lefty's done. Righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, let's get righty here. Eric wants to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whew. Shoulders are spicy. All right, 10 squats, and then we'll do a break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, here we go.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, guys, break for 1 or 2 minutes. We do have a little bit more to get to, so don't run away yet. How's everyone holding up so far? Eric, you voted to go again. How are you doing? Good? 16. That's why you voted for the third round. Mirror's on. Monica, your vote got in too late. Sorry, we already had to do it. Woo. All right, guys. We'll hammer out the last couple exercises pretty quick here. We're going to include row variation and then a little bit of core work. For the row, you're going to stand as if you had 2 kettlebells between your feet, even though you're only going to have the one. You're going to go into a swing or a deadlift position, and you're going to do the row with the one hand here. This hand, don't brace it on your leg. We want to challenge your core to hold this position, so make sure you don't brace it on your leg. And also, make sure that we're down in a good sort of swing type position. Don't start standing up and doing them from a tall position. You want the kettlebell every time to be really pretty close to the ground. You don't want to, pick it up too tall because the angle becomes, too advantageous. And we don't want to give you guys an advantage. All right, so Adam will do 10 on the left side, and then you and I will do 10 together. Whenever you're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, we're up together here. So pick it up just a little.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, same thing right side. Shocking, I know. That 2 right there?
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, we'll hit it together here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, so next one, we're gonna do a little core work. This one, I think we've only done once so far in these virtual classes. Mira and I did it together in a workout. It might've just been Saturday even, I don't remember. So it's gonna be hollow position. And instead of doing the leg scissor, what you're gonna do is keep the hollow position. So head and shoulders off of the ground, butt off of the ground. And you're gonna have both arms go back and then both legs go down to the floor and try to get them as far away as you can while keeping your hollow. If your lower back starts to gap up off of the ground, you're missing the point of this, right? So we gotta keep your low back down on the ground. Once Adam gets to that spot, I'm gonna count out 1, 2, 3, back, and then it'll come back up to arms and legs reaching for the ceiling, and we're gonna do 5 reps of that. Okay, so watch Adam, and then we'll go together. Okay, so head and shoulders come up. Yep, it gets in the hollow, then he goes out as far as you can. Hold, 1, 2, 3, and back.
Whoops, sorry.
It's okay. Hold, 1, 2, 3. And so only go as low as you can keep your head and shoulders and everything off the ground. 3, 2, 1. And you guys should have a good look. Adam's low back stays right on the floor. 3, 2, 1. One more rep for Adam. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And they get really hard really fast. Like you'll move like 2 inches and you're like, man, this feels like, all of a sudden it went from super easy to not easy at all. All right, so again, my low back is on the ground the whole time. I start like I'm trying to touch my toes. So I've got my butt way up, my head, my shoulders up, and then I'm gonna go down as far as I can right about here. 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, geez. And go, second. 3, 2, 1, good. 3, 2, 1, good. 3, 2, 1, good.
One more.
3, 2, 1, good.
Whew. Those get hard. So again, it's super important when you do those, you keep your low back and mid back planted on the ground. We don't want that to start to gap up off of the floor. All right, we're just gonna finish one more time through it. So rows left hand, rows right hand, hollow, and then we're done. All right, 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, here we go, guys. Lefty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, then righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, here we go. Righty together.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Whew. All right, abs, and then we're done. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. 1 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, Adam's done. Let's finish it up. All right. So start by kind of trying to touch your toes. Feel this spot of your back glued to the floor, and keep that glued.
3, 2, 1. Good. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good.
Last one.
3, 2, 1. Good.
All right, guys. That is enough for today. I feel like I got a workout, and by following along with the chats, it looks like everybody else did too. Yeah, those snatches with overhead lunges they're a lot, and they're fun. It's good to mix in some new things. Upcoming things, if you have nominations for Beast Mode, get them in today. Message us in one of the platforms, and then we're going to announce Beast Mode winners tomorrow during class. And so get those in today. And then my second episode of the podcast came out yesterday, and so I put links on my social media channels. It's also on the Apple Podcast app and Spotify. So if you guys want to hear me chat about some stuff, the topic of yesterday's one was tips for starting a fitness program. And I think right now there's a lot of people, maybe they don't have access to something like this, that are, looking to start something once businesses open back up and they can start going to a gym. And so if you know of anybody like that, feel free to send it to them. I think there's some helpful things in there to help them guide what direction they want to take their fitness program once they're ready to get started with it. So otherwise, it looks like a nice sunny day here in Portland for the rest of the day. So get out and enjoy it. And then we will see you guys tomorrow for Beast Mode. Strong on 3. 1, 2, 3. Strong. Thanks, guys. Oh, the hollow things there at the end?